Hi there, and welcome to Her Standards with me, Queen Tambori. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for joining us for yet another episode of the show that connects, influences, and empowers. And of course, one thing that we pride ourselves in is connecting you, giving you a direct connection to the women you need to know, profiling them and unveiling their stories on this show that actually happens every Saturday, 4 p.m. And of course, you can also catch a repeat on Tuesdays on KTN Home. Did I say my name is Queen Tambori? Remember, we are available on KTN Home across all social media platforms, but you can also get in touch with me at Queen Tambori on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and apparently I have also been signed up on TikTok. We'll see about that. Now, my guest for today is one amazing lady who wears many hats. For the benefit of this show, I've seen some people call her political analyst. She will tell us more about it, but she's also a business person. But of more interest is the fact that she recently gave a shot at the woman representative position in Homa Bay County. Did she win? What was the experience for her? Are there lessons that she picked from that experience? And what's next in store? That is why we are having this interview. Her name is none other than Lavender Ojalla, aka Ambassador Lavender Ojalla. Now we'll get to know more about her. Remember, you can always hit us up if you have any questions, you have a comment, you have feedback. Don't hesitate. Drop it on the comment section, and we will do our level best to ensure that we get back to you. Now, without further ado, drum rolls. You can help me welcome my guest, Lavender Ojalla. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Quinta.
How are you?
I'm happy to be here.
You knew I was coming, right?
Well.
You knew I was coming for you.
Yes, I knew.
How did you know?
I was informed that Quinta is coming for me, so I had to get ready and prepare myself.
Even before you were informed, you knew I would get hold of you.
Actually, I had seen the show a while back.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I knew one day Quinta will come for me because I need to be there and talk about myself. Yeah.
Anyway,
so finally, we're here. Finally, we're here. It has
I'm
happened.
so happy. Oh yeah. One thing about Lavender is that she's actually my home girl, so I'm so privileged to sit with my home girl. In case we get lost in the conversation, we might even switch and connect in what we call shortwave. Don't worry. We'll try and translate it for you, but anyway, how is Homa Bay County?
Homa Bay County is doing well.
Yeah.
The general election is fast approaching. We have 3 to 4 weeks to 9th August.
Yes.
So obviously, you know what is happening down there. And the people always say that Homa Bay County is a political hotbed. Yeah. So you can imagine what is there. But generally, people are fine.
People are fine.
You know, it's harvest time, so I can't really complain. People are having bounty harvest. People are eating well, and they're happy.
And they're happy.
Yes, they're happy.
Of course, if you want to know more about lavender,
Yes.
the shortest way or the shortcut to go about it is just hit up your search website. I don't know. You can Google her. However, she's here today, so before we even get to the discussion of the day, definitely if you're meeting Lavender for the very first time, I believe the viewers would very much appreciate you could tell us who you are in your own words. Yeah.
Well, I'll be very brief.
Yeah.
Lavender is from Homa Bay County, just as you've mentioned.
Yeah.
A place called Suba. Suba borders Kenya and Uganda, just at the boundary, on the shores of Lake Victoria.
I've been there.
That is where I come from. A small village called Godbura. I love marketing my village, so that is where it all began.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Godbura, and now I'm here. I am a firstborn in a family of 7. Yes. So I'm a politician. That is what I'm known for. Yeah, most people knows me as a politician. There are people who calls me Balozi. So Balozi name was actually given to me by friends because I understand global politics, continental politics, regional politics, national politics, the one that we do right now, and the local politics, because at the end of the day, all politics is local. And again, Lavender is an entrepreneur. I do business. That is me, and consultancy work here and there.
So that's what brings you to Nairobi. That's what brings you to the capital
that is
city.
what brought us to the capital city. We all came here to look for a way of survival. We call them SDA.
Hmm?
Self-directed activities.
Self-directed activities.
Yes, SDA.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what you do in Nairobi.
Yes, that is what I do in Nairobi.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to work hard and put something on the table. Correct.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
I've been to Suba, by the way.
Okay.
I went to, of course, where everyone goes, Rusinga Island. I have evidence. Grace, my producer, I can share the evidence of me in Suba. It's beautiful. How far is Godbura from Suba?
Godbura now is in Suba.
As in
Suba is such a big place.
The it's called Mfanga.
No, there is Suba Island and Suba mainland.
Yeah.
So Godbura is in Gwasi. Gwasi is Suba mainland. And then we have the islands. There's Kiwa Island, there's Mfangano Island, there's Rusinga Island, Remba Island. All of them are in Lake Victoria. You remember the Migingo story?
Yes.
So Migingo actually, it's on the border of Nyatike constituency and Suba South. So Suba is divided into two. There's Suba North and Suba South. But before it used to be one big constituency called Mbita. So after the multi-party elections of 1992, 97, so it was divided into two. So I am from the Suba South and then there's the Suba North. It's not a small place as people believe. Suba is actually big. We have people who have settled from other places. They have there's a settlement scheme in Suba, but mostly we are Subas.
Subanese.
So, yeah, Subanese, and unfortunately I cannot speak the language. But there are those Subas that they only know Suba and English. They can't talk Luo. But some of us got assimilated.
Okay.
You know, language can be eroded.
True.
Maybe in the culture because of so many things. So most Subas got assimilated with the Luo culture. But there are those who live in the islands, like Mfangano. You know, Mfangano, they live there, they go to school there, they get married in Mfangano. So everything is in Mfangano. That exposure is not there. So the culture is concentrated. So one day I'll take you to Mfangano Island. Please. You'll find people talking a Kesuba or a Lusuba, something of the sort. I hope I've not misspelled the words. Yeah, but Suba has a language. There are two different dialects, but it's a rich culture. I'm also trying to adopt, at least to learn it. But basically everything about me is Luo. But we are Subas. It's a fact I'm not running away from. I also have to mention, because I will say I can speak Olusuba, then you tell me, Lavender, now tell us these words, and I'm like, now, you know. So one factor that eroded the Suba culture is the assimilation because of the intermarriages of the communities surrounding the Suba people. But I am a proud Suba. I'm very proud to be a Suba.
Wow.
Thank you. Yes.
Anyway, now just moving to what I would call some of the most recent happenings in the political space, which involved you. You were at the center stage. You were starring, of course, alongside many other powerful politicians who are women, right? And that was the party primaries for Homa Bay County woman representative position. How was that for you?
I enjoyed everything that I did.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the campaigns very much. It's something that I dedicated myself to do. I sacrificed to do it because I believe that when you want to be a powerful politician, go out there, you talk to the people, go to the grassroots, because I believe that power is with the people. So once people start talking about Lavender, everyone else up here will be like, okay, who is Lavender then? We need to engage her because she has a constituency behind her. There's a majority of people in our generation who believe that being up here and having your connections with the right people will get you what you want. That is also important. But for me, I said, let me start down there. That is why as early as 2020, I was already doing my groundwork. And even before then, actually taking you back to 2016, 2015, I had programs that I was doing in schools. Not that I had a lot of resources to do that, but I felt it is important to give back to the society. So I could mention a few schools that I had participated in the activities, like Harambes and what have you. I had also been a member of BOM in secondary schools, quite a number, in my 20s. So I started doing all that. So through that, I got to know what ails our society, what are the needs. So I was like, now, with all these things, I'm not able to do them as a private citizen, why not look for a public office where I can also have policies in place to help us empower people along the way? So I did all that, and then now 2020, I started now engaging people as a politician. Before then, I could just go and say, I am Lavender Ojalla, I have come to do one or two things, but without now the political attachment. But now 2020, it was now official. I could go down there and tell them, I'm Lavender Ojalla, I am vying for woman rep because of 1, 2, 3 things. And one thing that I need to correct, people say it is women rep.
I've seen it on
when you
billboards.
say, yes, when you say women rep,
Yeah.
it sounds like you're only going to lead women. You're only going to be a women's representative in parliament. No, that is the woman from Homa Bay County that is going to represent the county at the National Assembly. So it's a woman's representative. I was even having issues with my printers. We take your material, but now when they're coming out, it is women representative. No, it's not. It's a woman. So that woman is anyone above 18 years, whether you're married or not, whether you're single or, So it was basically a woman a representative to the National Assembly. So I started doing my groundwork in 2020. I mapped the entire county, the 8 wards, the 40 wards in Homa Bay. I can actually count them. Now when you start from Chabera, from Kindu, I will tell you we are in Kabondo East. From there I'll tell you we are in Kabondo West. We are going to Kojuach, Kakelo, South Kasipul, West Kasipul, we come to Game East, like that, the entire county. I can mention them one by one. I can tell you, like, when you go to this ward, now these are the needs. Because I took time to sit down with the people, I tell them who I am, they also tell me their priorities. Then we discuss. So people got to know Lavender just from that. At first, a number of people dismissed. Like, the county is big. How is she going to manage it? But I had already known what I was going for. So I did my strategies well. I mapped the whole place, and there I was on the ground. So it built, we did build momentum. Pole pole, pole pole hivyo. So now from small meetings, we started doing big gatherings like that, and now we had rallies on our own. One thing that I also said I would not do is clinging on established figures. Like, I know this is the member of parliament for this constituency, so let me wait for him to organize a function, then I appear and tag along. So I said, if I do that, I'll not know my strength. Why not just have my own meetings? That way people will know me. I will have time to explain myself to them. I will also give them time to talk, and now we agree. So it's an agreement between me and the people. So it really developed well, and at some point I was like, this thing, it is ours to lose. Because I was looking around, my competitors were not doing as much as we were doing. And Homa Bay, again, there's this thing of regional politics, People are waiting for the regional arithmetic. Like now the Suba region, this position is for you. This is Ndewa region, this position is for you. Rachonyo, like that, the Rangwe and the entire, the former Homa Bay and Rangwe constituency. But I said that is something that I am not going to align with, If we sit down waiting for things to be done or things to be arranged for us, then there's going to be a generational gap. Because I realized my generation have now taken a back seat.
True.
What they do is to wait for these established politicians to do everything for them. Then our work, more so for women, people believe what we should do during campaigns is to form lobby groups, or we should be there welcoming visitors who are coming to talk in a political event. So I said, let me take the bull by its own. So I did everything that I could. As Lavender, people could ask, Lavender, who is she? I'm like, no, Lavender is me. I'm looking for the position of woman representative. In any case, this post is for affirmative action. It was not created for women who are already empowered. So Quinta, with time, we thought we had very good networks. Not that we thought, but we did have good networks across the county. And that was 2020, 2021, 2022. So we have the party politics, the big parties. And you know, in Luo Nyanza, now my backyard, the dominant party there is ODM. So how are you strategically placed in the party? And you know, there are very strong individuals from Homa Bay who are also heading the party here in Nairobi. You know, the party chairman is my MP. Yeah, we come with the party chairman from the same constituency. So I was like, how is it going to play out for me? But I said, if I start worrying about all these things, then I am not going to move. Let me just work hard. Let me move ahead. Then every other thing will fall into place at the right time. So that was my number one obstacle. That the Suba region that I'm coming from, there were two big names also looking for county positions. That is county, not county, but the national chairman for the ODM party is my MP from Suba. On the other side of Suba, which is Suba North, there's the senator. So I had people telling me we cannot have all these positions coming from the same region. So I said, let me give this thing my best. I will not listen to any other person telling me any negative opinion or trying to discourage me. So at the time, Lavender was there, counted as one of the front runners. Even most of the opinion polls, at some point I could access information to the polls that were being done by the NIS. We were faring quite well. We were faring quite well. So 2022, now this is January, we have a few months to party primaries. I was still going. Remember I told you, there are people who thought I was just trying. Maybe I was trying to leverage myself for an appointment at the county, you know, which was not the case. You know, people were trying just to leverage themselves. You will see the way they do their things. There is no way you can be so consistent doing something if all you want is relevance, you know, or you're just chasing some clout. For me, it was all about looking for this position and on a serious note. So around February this year, we started hearing rumors that the party was going to award, give direct tickets to some candidates. Remember, the gubernatorial race was very competitive. We have the current woman rep. There was my MP, who is the national chairman, going for the same position, the county secretary. There was another candidate who performed really well in 2017. He was back again in the race. Who else was there? The former Nairobi governor currently is an independent candidate. So it was a very tight race. So the party was undecided. It was a very tough decision for the party to make. So we were told that they are going to give direct ticket for the gubernatorial candidates. Finally, it did happen. It did happen. The other candidates were told to step down. And again, because the senator, who is from Suba, was also not having a very strong challenger, was also handed a direct ticket based on some polls they did. So the whole thing exposed me. So I was being told, Suba is already sorted. And here you are, you've worked very hard. Now what do we do? You know, people just talking from all sorts of corners. But there was no official communication from the party, like, this is what we have decided to do. So I said, I am not going to stop, because I did pay my nomination fee with the ODM party. But they have not called me for any official communication. So I cannot stop campaigning because politics is not meant for cowards. Let me go ahead and campaign until that day that they'll tell me to stop. So that is what I did. I continued with my activities, Quinta. I was all over the place, meeting people, business, when like the towns, the major towns in Homa Bay. We have Oyugis, there's Kindu Bay, there's Homa Bay, there's Rangwe, Ndiwa, Sindo, all these towns. So I ensured that every town I meet like the business community, the border fraternity, the saloon. They also have the organizations like that. So I went ahead with my activities. So whenever I went to a place, people could tell me, but we are told this thing is going to be given to so-and-so. And I could ask them, that so-and-so, have you seen her? Has she come to you people? Let you know, we haven't seen her. Then why are you telling me that it has been given to so-and-so? So let us do our campaigns. If you feel that you are pleased, you are impressed with whatever I'm telling you, then kindly vote for me. So that one went like that. Then there's a time now we were called, now officially, the party called us for a meeting. The aspirants from parliamentary to county, we were called at some hotel. So they told us, guys, now what we are going to do, we have polls. We have been doing continuous polls. So we are not having time to conduct party primaries because we have the polls, so we are going to give the winners the direct certificate. So the party chairman stood up and read number 1 in all the polls, now at the constituency level. And then now it was our turn for the woman rep, because for governor and senate, that was sorted out. Yeah. So, no, actually even senate was read that day. But now for woman rep, they said there was a problem, so they could not read it that evening. So we were told, it's okay, we are going to communicate. So again we went, there was no communication in regards to woman rep position. Then after a few days, again now we hear that Homa Bay County is going to conduct primaries for MCS and woman rep and 2 constituencies. The rest, they gave out direct tickets. So that is where we were, and there was a new system that was put in place. So we were not going to use the ordinary ballot papers. They introduced the tablet. Remember, no one had sensitized the masses about these tablets. So we are also there as aspirants. We are not having any adequate information on how these things are handled and the peers. We were mostly in the dark. No, it's also good to talk openly about these things so that other people who may want to come into politics may also learn through our experience.
Exactly.
So I'm down there. I'm trying to put the list of my agents in place. And you know that county is vast. So you can imagine organizing a list of agents in 8 sub-counties, 8 constituencies, how tedious it is, how consuming it is in terms of even finances and what have you. But Quinta, I ensured I had agents in all polling centers within the county. But at times I say that maybe we did not work smart, because now later I got to know the games that were being played and what transpired even 2 days to the nominations. People had information that we did not have, but I say it happened. You know, in every experience you get to learn, and next time now you know what to do. You have to be ahead of the rest, because I think I became overconfident because I had worked hard. I had the youth support, the youthful population. Actually, 3/4 was behind me. So I said, I am advantaged. I have done my part. And I also sought some information. I was told these tablets could not be manipulated. You know, that is the information I got. I got a call actually a day to the primaries. Someone just called and told me that you don't let anyone tell you that the tablets can be manipulated. Ensure you have agents and just leave the rest because you worked so hard. So I was very confident. Little did I know. But now I not maybe expose everything. It's not also right, but everything that transpired was not good. As a candidate, I did not even vote. I am the only candidate for woman rep who went to the tallying center without votes from my backyard. I don't even know how the tablets looked like. People just informed me that your name was appearing. We saw a beautiful photo, number 1, so we voted you, but I didn't see it. Because at my polling station, there was none. I did round the constituency. There were no voting kits, because, you know, politics for MCA is also very sensitive. So I think some MCAs had the tablets, others did not have, so they were in fight. So everything interfered with the woman rep primaries at the end of the day. So that is what happened. At around 4 p.m., I had already known the results and what was there. Because at some point my phone was off. You know, Gwasi, the terrain is not so easy, even in terms of a network and the roads. So now when I left home, running back to Homa Bay to do rounds in other constituencies, I got many missed calls. So this particular caller wanted to inform me where a candidate was seated somewhere with her people actually doing the voting, the tablets. So it was not very easy for me. It went like that. I didn't even go to the tallying center because I had known what was happening. I had known the results, how they were done. I tried to make a few phone calls here to see if something could be done. But now everyone was like, you know, we are trying to. So I realized maybe this was a system that maybe I did not take time to study what was happening.
You mentioned something about picking lessons from that experience.
Yes.
And now I'm sure if you were to do this again, what are probably some of the top 3 things you'd ensure that you equip yourself with, you do it properly? What would you do if you were to do this again, say come 2027?
Yeah, 2027. There are quite a number of things that I would do differently. Any information you get, ensure you follow it up. Don't ignore, you know. There are people who just come and tell you, like, I have this information. This is what I want you to do. You don't ignore it. Just try to find out how that can help in the course. And another thing is there are under deals. There are deals that people do under the table, you know. In as much as you're good with the people, you've done all these things, there are a number of things that happen. I don't know that people do them at night and all these things, you know. Just to ensure you're alert, you're up to date. I'm always alert, but at times information can bypass you, you know. So you can find a way of getting to know exactly what is happening. Of course, I got into the race knowing I had a number of obstacles. And one of them I mentioned, the sober factor. But again, I said, if our generation continues sitting pretty in a corner, then there's going to be a gap. So I got out there already knowing I had obstacles. So the only way I had was to work hard and overshadow them. Another obstacle I had was the patriarchy in our society. You know, people believe there's a manual to life. So she's vying, where is she married to? Yeah. So how is she going to address people? Because responsibility starts at a family level. But to me, that is not what defines responsibility. You can be wherever, but again, you aren't responsible. I've just mentioned to you that I am a family. I am a firstborn in our family of 7. Yeah. So I know what it takes to be responsible. I have told you that I started sitting in boards of schools when I was very young.
In your 20s?
And I participated in their rambles, be it buying school bus, be it doing what. I always participated. So when it comes to responsibility, I don't really think there's a yardstick. Like you know, this is not really in your favor. No. So all these things I knew they were not really going to work for me. But again, the way I packaged myself, the information I took out there, and I was not afraid to tell people who I am. You go and you introduce yourself. I am Lavender, I'm from Gwasi. That Gwasi, that is where I was born. So I'm looking for this thing from my father's home, you know. The rest will fall into place at the right time. So it is something that I was not ashamed to talk about. You know, when you are trying to hide something, it bothers you. Yeah. When you hear people talking about it, now it affects you. But now when you go there and confront them with the truth, then they'll say, Now, how are we going to start telling her this and this? And she has said it. She has told us who she is. I remember there's a time I went to a function in Kabondo. It went really well. Women turned up, and now word was spreading around that there's a young woman who came here. We are happy with the way she has treated us. That is the person we are going to vote as our woman rep. So calls were coming in. Did she tell you where she's married? They're like, no. But that is a very brave person. She stood in front of us and told us who she is. Because Quinta, at the end of the day, I believe that everything will happen at the right time. Even in the Bible, it is written that at his own time, it is something right. That I'm not even explaining myself about. No. But I said, let them know who they're voting. The moment you want to be fake, that is not leadership. Let them reject or accept you the way you are. So at first I thought it was going to be a challenge, but later on it became one of my selling points. Like, that one, even if she's from Suba, but again, we can still bring her on this other side. Yeah. So I really love to encourage young women who are interested in politics to just come out and fight for your space. Me, I did not make it because of my marital status, no. There are just a few games that were played on the last day. We did not work on my favor, on my favor. Because people thought that Suba is such a small place that could not produce two big positions. That was the only thing that made the system not work for me. But other issues, no. Yeah. Because I saw on social media, some women were like, people are really discriminative when it comes to young women going out. No, that was not what made me not succeed. It was other factors, not that one. Yeah.
Not your age, not your marital status.
It was not. That one I can say confidently that it was not one of the reasons why people got used to me, and because I told them who I am, they accepted to support me.
As you
because
are.
I also had a very good, I had a very good manifesto. I told them what I had intended to do as a woman rep, and they were all realistic. And one thing that really gave me a difficult time after the party primaries is that I bonded really well with the women down there. I have seen people saying that, no, Lavender, you fit in the national politics, Nairobi politics. You are not cut for village politics. It is not true. It is just a perception. Because now you see the Lavender who is civil, Lavender who is in Nairobi. So you think I may not really click well with the women. That is not true. Up to now, my team who are working with me cannot fit in any other team because the kind of bonding we did, how I related with them, I made them my friends. Actually, we were just of the same level. I could just talk to them like my peers, we share things, share life experiences. When I'm in Nairobi, they call me, we've missed you, when are you coming back? So and so did this, I want to go and do this. Today we are sitting here, but we are told this musician is coming to Yugis. We just want to go and enjoy ourselves. And we just created an environment with them. So that kind of bonding, at least a number of them are still affected. It is something they were so sure of. Yeah, this is a win that they were so sure of. So they were so affected more than I. So the problem I had after the party primaries was how to actually manage my supporters. Me, I was very much okay because I got into it knowing I could lose or win. But for them, they got attached. To date, I still do not know how to manage them. It's not been easy. Yeah, so as a politician, it becomes really tricky when you have supporters who have really gotten attached to the cause. They have invested their emotions. A number of them are telling me, I tried going to campaign for so and so, but it doesn't feel the same. I'm not feeling like it's something. So those are some of the things that I would say, the experiences, and a number of things I did. I will still do them in 2017.
In 2027.
Sorry, in 2027. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm living my life going backwards. In 2027,
Yeah.
I will still do the same things,
Yeah.
but now just with a little adjustments. Put more effort and just ensure that everything is done at the right time. Because we had very good strategies. That one I'm not complaining. We had very good people who were helping us market our course. And one thing that I still thank God for is that I got very genuine people here. I got very genuine people. People are coordinating for me. They could just market Lavender Ojalla even in my absence. At times they go to a funeral and then maybe an opponent is there. They're like, let me just go and get some money. I go and market. They call me Balozi. We will inform her later that. So they go to the master of ceremony and tell them, I'm also here. Lavender Ojalla is here. So when my name is mentioned, amesimama, anaongea. I say, no, it's something that I still appreciate. And to my supporters out there, I want them to know that I appreciate them so much. Let's do it again in 2027.
In 5 years' time.
Yes, I had reasons why I did not go independent. You know, politics is also, it has dynamics. So I also tried to weigh options. Like now, we've been campaigning for 2 years. Now, what are the challenges of going independent? You know, it caught us unawares. It's something that, honestly, I was not ready for. So I said, no, let us just leave it there. We pick it up again in 2027. Yeah, but because we've invested so much out there, it shall be well.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Yes.
I want to bring us again closer to what we have seen happening in your party, I believe, where your presidential aspirant picked a woman as a running mate. And of course, that was a defining moment for this country. Personally, I think I was very excited about just the mere fact that that opportunity was given to Honorable Martha Karua.
Yes.
In your opinion, do you think this nomination or this appointment, or the fact that we are possibly just a step closer to having the first female vice president in this country, do you think it will open up more doors for us to have more, women having more seats at the political table?
Yes, why not? It's a motivating factor for a number of women. But again, it does not just end there. First of all, who is Martha Karua? What has her journey been like? This is one person who started her politics in 1992, when there was clamor for change. When people were fighting to actually leave the one-party system. So she's one of those key figures who fought for multipartyism. And at the end of it, Moi ultimately bowed to pressure, and Section 2A was repealed. So Martha played a key role. During those days, very few women could come out and put a fight that Martha actually did. You know, the young Turks of those days, Martha was with Raila Odinga, Martin Shikuku, the late Jaramogi Oginga, Gitobu Imanyara, and so many of them that currently are not so active. Some are even dead. And from that time, she has been very consistent. She has been very consistent. You remember, I hope you've seen this video, where Moi, as a president, was having a meeting in central Kenya, and Martha just walked out of the meeting. She's walking. You know, that was daring.
Extremely.
Moi was an imperial president, not like what we are currently having. No, that one, ilikuwa mambo mbaya. So Martha has been very steadfast, principled, outspoken. So those are qualities that as a woman politician you can emulate. Don't be a flower girl. Don't do things because others are doing. And don't play the us versus them kind of politics. As women, we need space, You know, people should not elect you because you're a woman. Give people a reason why you should be elected. Si ati sisi wanawake, sisi sijui tumefanya nini, hapana, give people a reason. So that is one thing I believe in. Cut a niche for yourself in politics, and you'll go far. So personally, even during my campaign, there's no day I play the us versus them. For me, it doesn't work out. It is true women should have more space within the political circles. But again, what are you presenting on the table? Just the gender?
Yeah.
No.
Gender card. And as a matter of fact, I remember I attended this meeting where that discussion came up, where it was a topic around how female politicians brand themselves vis-a-vis how the male counterparts do. And one thing that emerged is the fact that female politicians tend to, use the word, mama.
Mama,
Mimi ni mama sijui, mama maendeleo. Mimi kama mama,
sisi kama wakina mama. Sisi kama wakina mama.
Yeah. Sijui nitafanya nini. But then my point is this. What do you think are some of those branding mistakes that female politicians make when it comes to selling their political messages? Yeah.
One of them is trying to be what you are not. Yes. There are lessons I can pick. Yeah, like now we were just talking about Martha. There are lessons I can pick from her, like being consistent, being firm, being principled, and not just running for anything that is offered. You remember Martha resigned from Kibaki's government. Yes, in 2012, I guess. Was it? Was it 2012? Yeah. When she was the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs. She resigned. She went to the opposition benches back at the end of that term. After that, I'm so sure, I can't say I know or I have details, but I'm sure Uhuru might have extended an olive, how do you call it?
Olive branch.
Yeah, olive branch to Martha after winning the 2013 elections. But Martha said, no, I'm not interested. I'm so sure. Because I figure like Martha, there's no way Uhuru angemwacha tu hivyo. So there are things you can learn, that aspect of being principled. But now when you try to be Martha, you try to be these established politicians, as a woman, you may miss it. Be yourself.
Do women undersell themselves?
Some do, some also over.
Some undersell. Oh,
there's
an element of underselling and overselling.
Overselling. You know. And again, when I want to market myself out there as vulnerable, for me it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. I believe in cutting a niche for yourself and stick to it. Let people know you for something. You go to Bunge and then they'll say, Honorable so and so, that one. No, when we want to do this, let's go and look for her. But now when I want to go I go to Parliament, I want to get attention, I want to build that national profile. The national appeal is also very important for people. But I'm doing it the wrong way. Maybe I saw a female member of Parliament shouting at the speaker. So the following day I come, I also want to do the same. Maybe it will backfire on me because that is not me.
Not who you are.
Yeah. Why not just stand up and make your point? And then people will say, hey, that one, she knows this, and there's a way she is, So just ensure that you know what you are good at, you know yourself, you understand who you are, and stick to it. You can be soft-spoken, but still very firm. You're very tough, but soft-spoken. So don't shout because other people are shouting. Don't do that because other people are doing. You will lose yourself. And maintaining what you are not is not easy. You will forget. So you'll forget.
The real you
the real you somehow. So the really you. You will forget and do what is not right. So people will say, this one, you've seen this one trying to, you're hitting the table for people to see that this one is tough. But then what watakuangalia and say, she's trying to be like Milia. That is not her. So why not be the diplomatic Quinta that the rest knows, and you stick to it. So you know how you're doing your thing, and you're known for that. So and that is how I have managed to build my small brand.
I think you're doing an amazing job. I can see Madam Producer is standing. She's telling me something. I think our time is running out, but I cannot forget to ask you about your relationship with the media. You seem to have a very friendly relationship with the media. I've seen you severally appear on interviews late, early in the morning, in between, including the one I'm having right now.
Yes, yes.
I host a show for women, and I can tell you for free
Yes.
that sometimes it's a struggle
Yes.
to have women come and, speak the agenda, face the camera. What do you think women, politicians, or just women in general, can do in order to, create that good relationship with the media? Because I believe that it goes a long way somehow in promoting their brand and also in
Yes.
selling their agenda.
Yes, yes.
What is that one thing that you've learned that the rest of us have not learned?
Number one is respect. You know, you get to respect people's jobs.
Yeah.
And whenever you are invited for an interview, keep time. Go there in time, treat people with respect.
Yeah.
You just build that cordial relationship with
Yeah.
them. I'm sure maybe you watched me in some interview, maybe those other media houses.
Yes.
And perhaps you were impressed. That is why I'm here today. Yeah. So I never shy off from sharing my story, you know. That is why there are a bit of some information I consider sacred, but I shared them here.
Yes.
The whole world will watch them to know the bit about Lavender Ojalla. So it's more about respect and the value. Do you value people's places where with what they do? Or I'm someone who will not come in time, or I will not honor appointments. Like now when I was called for this interview,
Yeah.
we were to come here at 4.
Yeah.
But now I understood maybe you got other activities or appointments. I said, let me just keep time. Yeah. But I know there are people who would want to look special. Like, I am busy. I am running elsewhere. You people must keep time next time. So just be humble and get to know people, you know. Some of these things I also built out of friendship. You build a cordial relationship with the people, the way you treat one another. So, yeah. Okay. And again, when you are invited for an interview, just make sure you have some content. What can people, or what will people pick out of this discussion that I'm having? So I think that is one thing that has kept me going. Yeah, so that is why you see maybe on a weekly basis or after 2 weeks, you will see me being invited to talk about one or two things, the current politics, the race to State House. Right now, that is the most popular.
Lavender, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, for allowing us to have your story on Her Standards. Of course, for inspiring the younger generation of women who are aspiring to politicians. I'm not sure I could say that about myself, but joining elective politics, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to get there yet.
Yes.
However, as we wind up, what is the one thing that constituents of Homa Bay County would have tapped into had you been their woman representative? One thing.
One thing.
Yes. How would they have benefited from your leadership?
There are several, but now because you just want one, they are going to get good representation. Yeah, good representation, I think, captures it all. Yeah, because it has several aspects of it. But now because we just want one, let me just say good representation in all aspects. Yes.
Awesome. Yes. Well, I think we've come to the end. This conversation, a candid conversation with Balozi, Lavender Ojalla. I hope that aspect of Balozi comes to materialize.
I
think you're fit for the job.
Yes, thank you.
But thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to interview you.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best in your political ambitions.
Thank you very much.
And we have to catch up in between.
Yes.
And of course,
anytime.
Up until 2027, when I know for sure that you'll give it another shot.
Thank you very much.
And we are very hopeful that things will look up for you.
I'm very optimistic.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you on social media? You know, we didn't even ask if you're on social media.
I am.
How can our viewers engage with you?
Our viewers more active on Facebook, just Lavender Ojalla.
Okay.
Yeah, just Lavender Ojalla, and my details we just we'll get them there.
We'll get them on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Well, we have to finish. We have to come to an end. This has been Her Standards. My name is Quinta Mbori. Thank you so much for keeping us company. Thank you so much for watching this show every other Saturday, and I repeat on Tuesday on your favorite channel, KTN Home. Remember, you can still talk to us at KTN Home, at Quintambori, at Lavender Ojalla, at Grace Waweru, who is our producer, on all the socials. Let's keep this discussion going. What was your experience as a woman in politics? What was your experience? Did you win? Did you lose? Did you pick any lessons in between? Now, till next time, we just want to say bye and take care of yourself.